Hello YouTube, this is Morgan, Airspeed Prime here with my next Boruto anime review. This one's going to be for episode 134, which is called The Power to See the Future. I thought this was an okay episode. It was relatively average, middle of the road when it comes to Boruto episodes. Had a few nice moments, a few moments that just kind of felt like they were stretching out the time a bit, and it just overall led to an episode that just felt like this was an episode they sort of had to include here in this arc. They stretched it out a bit. It just told the next section of the story, but it wasn't telling the sort of important parts of the story. We figure out what Urashiki's ability is here, why they can't really hit him. And that was fine. They explained it fairly well. I thought the fighting in the episode wasn't great in terms of choreography. The Naruto stream kind of team up moment was actually fairly cool right towards the end. Jiraiya used a few interesting jutsu, but especially early on in the episode, I don't think the fighting was that great at all. I think there's just a constant frustration about the way they've used Sasuke in all of this, and that they just constantly have to have him depowered to have anything happen in terms of drama. But, at least on that side of the episode, they set up that, okay, here's how he's going to get back into play. Sakura finds him after Sasuke tackles Urashiki down the cliff into the water. Sakura is healing him, and we'll find out exactly what's going on after this. This, I assume, is going to be what eventually kind of causes Sasuke to just go all out. He's going to have to probably reveal to everyone he has the Sharingan, has the Rinnegan, and that will be the big thing of how they handle Urashiki, given what the next episode is teasing is going to happen. That's the only way they can do this, is for Sasuke to go all out, using sort of the full power of his Sharingan and Rinnegan. I assume Sakura is going to realize here that this is Sasuke, and that will be what causes him to realize he can't hold back. He just has to go all out, because if anyone is killed here, that will be a bigger change to the timeline basically than, oh, I traveled back in time. So they're going to have to make those sort of decisions. I again continue to believe they'll have the turtle thing be revealed to have a power to erase people's memories, so this time travel stuff won't be as impactful as we think it is, but hopefully we'll still get the big moments that we're sort of looking for here as we come to an end. So, in a way, that is most of the episode. It's just Urashiki sort of is dominant at the start with his power to see the future. They can't touch him. He's dominant. Sasuke gives them the kind of distance to get away. They begin to figure out what his ability is based on the fact that, wait, he got blood all over him. How is it dried off so soon when, otherwise it hasn't dried off anywhere else? And they confirm this when Boruto gets cut by the sword in the fight, and that blood kind of dries off super quick after they attack him. And they figure out that basically, he is just sort of repeating moments over and over again. He's sort of, he's predicting in the future what they'll do, but to him, he still experiences more time. So he's constantly sort of jumping forward, going back, but for him, time is still sort of going forward. So all those repeats that seem to happen instantaneously, he still actually experiences them. So what seems like a few seconds are kind of more like a minute for him, depending on how long he wants to ponder over a decision. And that's why the blood dries off quicker here, which sets up later on the trap that they put him in to give them the advantage to fight him, which is the toad mouth trap, which is a very, very cool jutsu. I always love when they bring that back. It was very clever how they used it here with the idea of oh yeah, we'll just stand here, and because Urashiki is unclear about what exactly is happening, because it just goes dark all of a sudden, he doesn't need to react immediately because nothing's happened to him. So because he hesitates for those few seconds, he can't reverse out of the toad mouth trap, so he's stuck in there. And then because he doesn't really sense anything happening, he just waits and waits and waits. And then when they start to attack him, that's when he finally uses his power. But he's using up more time than they are. So the poison, which is like odorless, he can't sense it basically until it's too late. He succumbs to the effects of the poison before anyone else does, and that's when Jiraiya releases the jutsu. That was actually very clever. I liked that. That was one of those clever ninja tactics we've seen before in Naruto, and I thought this was another good example of using his ability against him. They had to do it that way, and I think they did it quite well here. And yeah, that basically just set up, the kind of end section of the fight where him struggling with the poison, he can't use his technique. That's when, Naruto goes Rasengan, Boruto uses the wind style and shoots Naruto at him. We get a big Rasengan attack, and this seems to be Urashiki kind of knocked unconscious, kind of, but then they obviously tease this isn't the end of him, which was fairly obvious because they've been teasing this collaboration jutsu between Boruto and Naruto, and we haven't seen it happen yet, so we're still waiting for that. And obviously the setup with Sakura and Sasuke is that Sasuke is going to have to get back in the battle, so there's still, we know, a good amount more that has to happen, and it's not going to end right here. So that's pretty much the episode. I don't think it was a bad episode by any means, in that I think once they got to the final section with the Toad Mouth Trap, Jiraiya using more jutsus, the kind of oil bomb jutsu and stuff like that, it got better. Like the Naruto stream move was fairly cool. I did like the teases of kind of cutting back to see what is actually going to happen between Sakura and Sasuke. But again, they didn't really do anything with that. They just kept cutting back to the exact same thing and nothing really happening. It definitely felt like they were just stretching this out, that this episode didn't have enough, I suppose, quality content to fill 22 minutes, so they just had to fill it out with let's have them over discuss Urashiki's ability without really having a way to figure it out. Let's constantly cut back to Sasuke and Sakura and just healing under this tree, different angles of it, with no real dynamic going on, apart from just her saying I don't know him, why am I doing this? But something has drawn her out to kind of make this happen. I think the other thing to bring up here in all of this is just the fact that Sakura is healing here with regards to the timeline of where we are, in that again there's a lot of confusion here just with regards to didn't they say at the start of this arc that it was just a day or two ago that Sasuke left the village? Wasn't that a line from Tsunade or something like that where they said that? And then there was some confusion about wait, is it pre or post that and stuff like that? And it's here. It fits in the sense that we're obviously in that post Valley of the End stuff. But has Sakura already started the medical ninja training? I think the way to interpret this is that it has been a little bit since Sasuke left. So, the lines earlier on in the arc where they mentioned that, that wasn't that long ago, you're meant to actually see it as it's probably been a week or two at least, if not more. That's why Sakura knows how to actually use medical ninjutsu here. So I think that makes sense, because otherwise, if you set it too close, she shouldn't know medical ninjutsu yet. That's just a little moment there of just them being a little unclear about the exact timeline of things, but that's just kind of what we're dealing with here. So yeah, they're my thoughts on the episode. In the comments, let me know what your thoughts were on this one. But yeah, that's been the video. Thanks for watching, and bye.